Hey everybody, it's Paul Grossman, the Dark Arts Wizard from Twitter. Today I'm going to be showing you 7 impossible test automation challenges I've done over the last 20 years. We're going to start off with 2001, rebooting a computer 64 times. I did that with Windrunner from Mercury Interactive, which was C++ at the time. So it's pretty easy to shut down a computer, that was no big deal, but how do you get it to come back up again? Well, the trick was that there was a UPS, uninterruptible power supply, which sent a magic packet across the LAN, which would wake up my computer. Then launch the test from the startup folder and increment the counter and restart by shutting it down again. 2002, I automated the Pogo.com Turbo 21 game. This was impossible because there were no elements that you could use. And it was also had to identify which card values were on there, and I did that just by using 5 different pixels that I identified. And to click those buttons at the bottom, I just used send keys to type 1, 2, 3, 4 to send the card to the proper column. Then in 2014, I did the next impossible thing, which was to port that code to VBScript. That's right, BASIC. And played a perfect round with 18 hands of blackjack. And now here it is in 2022, and I'm going to dock the SpaceX vehicle in the International Space Station Simulator in plain English without any CSS or XPath or even any Java. So this is what it looks like when you start out. You get your vehicle and it's offset in all sorts of different directions. Now to do this, we have to adjust our yaw, pitch, and roll to plus or minus 0.1 degree. And then after that, we have to adjust our lateral and vertical assignments so that we can be lined up with the space station. Oh, and you gotta watch your speed as well. Problem is here, I'm coming in a little hot, so I'm not gonna be able to make that connection. My manual attempt to dock the station is failed. So let's go and see how testRigor is gonna do it. So we're gonna look for the word docking to appear on our screen. And then we're going to go click on the button that is called Begin. Oh, let's take a look at the plain English. Check the page contains docking and click the Begin button. The first trick was to set our yaw to a negative 4.8 degree offset, because when we adjust the pitch, it would set our yaw to about 0.1. Next, we get the roll to be assigned correctly, and then we go to our translation, the lateral left and right. And then the up and down translation to line us up perfectly with the International Space Station. You might have just seen that little highlight. This allows us to see how close we are on the X and Y axis to determine at what point we need to start hitting the brakes. Again, did that all in plain English. The next thing was to hit the accelerator. So here we go, we're hitting the accelerator and we are moving forward. You can see it in purple being highlighted on the left. And then we basically waited a few seconds so that we get close enough to do our final adjustments and then pull in. As you can see, we hit success on that. And of course, the way we did that was to wait up to 4 seconds, up to 30 times, until the page contained the word success. Now, I did this project under Mac, Windows, and Linux. And the way I did it was with a little trick called reusable rules. Now here's one, start the game. Now if we take a look at start the game, it's just one line of code. It says start the game. Obviously that's not plain English commands that we've got there. And now, where are they hiding? Well, they're hiding in the reusable rules, and not under my standard suite rules. They're under the parent where I created the rules originally on the Mac version and then reused them in the Windows. There's start the game. Let's take a little bit of a look at those steps that are inside there. So setting up some variables so that we can count how many times we go backwards and forwards. We also check that the instructions are visible, and then we check the page contains the word docking, and then once that's there, we click on Begin. We wait 10 seconds for that animation where we zoomed in. And then we are set to begin trying to dock the SpaceX vehicle to the International Space Station. And one last thing, if you're wondering about how Page Object Model actually works, well, check this out. I've got a reusable action called Pitch Up, and when I go to it, it's actually got the description of the button I'm pushing. So if that button ever changes, I change it right here and all of my steps are updated. Now that's 7 impossible things I've done in test automation. And if you've done 7 impossible things, why don't you round it out with breakfast at Milliways? I'm Paul Grossman, the Dark Arts Wizard. Please smash that like button, follow me, get updates, and check me out on Twitter, the Dark Arts Wizard. Have yourself a great day.